Hey guys, I am making like a Greek salad that I can have already mixed up, and then I'm just gonna throw my greens in with it so all of the toppings are like marinated and full of flavor. So I thought that I would make a video and show you what I'm including. Okay, so here we go. I am just going to chop everything up and put it in a bowl. So my dogs love to eat peppers. I'm surprised that someone's not up here begging for a crunchy snack right now. I try to eat at least one like raw veggie meal a day, just because as we cook our food, we actually destroy the nutrients. So I'm a big fan of like hot meals. I like to eat like quinoa bowls and potatoes and roasted veggies and like chickpea pasta with red sauce or my vegan cheese sauce. But I know that my body benefits even more from incorporating micronutrient packed foods. Preparing this ahead of time means that it's going to be really easy for me whenever I start to feel like I need a snack to just run into the kitchen, which I typically hang out in the kitchen all day because I work at my kitchen table. And I can just toss this like marinated Greek salad toppings into, oh, there's a little baby pepper growing in here, into some fresh greens. I just get super greens that are prepackaged most of the time. I will just throw this on to some greens as the toppings. The dressing will be built in, so it's a really fast, easy way to get a healthy lunch or just a snack going, instead of feeling like I need to grab snacks and munch on them. But I'm also making some healthy snacks. Whenever I am planning my meals for the week, I typically like go onto Pinterest and I look and I find recipes that I think sound good, and then I add or subtract things based off of what I need to be consuming every day, and just making sure that I'm consuming enough fruits and veggies, and then also making sure that I'm excluding the things that I'm not supposed to eat while I'm on the 30 Days Healthy Living. So we don't do gluten, dairy, which I already don't do dairy because vegan life. I actually usually don't do gluten either, but that is, I'd say I started that pretty strict in September of 2019, because Dylan has known for a long time that gluten didn't agree with his body, and I was in denial and thought that I was fine, but it causes me to break out really bad. It gives me really bad bloat and like an upset stomach. So I just do better whenever I'm not consuming that. And then some other things that you avoid when you are on the 30 Days to Healthy Living is corn, soy, which I really like soy. I like tofu. I like edamame. What else? Sugar. Sugar is a hard one. And then coffee, which I'd say that I've probably had, I'm going to say 3, but we'll round it up to a handful of coffees since September, when I started my journey with Arbonne, because after I started using the fizz and I realized like how much better I felt, and I didn't have the crash, and I didn't have like an upset stomach afterwards because of the acidity in coffee. I'm gonna cry because of these onions. I just don't feel good whenever I drink coffee anymore. So I do fizz instead, and my energy lasts me a lot longer throughout the day. Okay, so I have a huge English cucumber. I am just going to chop the ends off, and then cut it into quarters and chop it up. Okay, now I'm going to just quarter up a bunch of cherry tomatoes, and this is a little bit time consuming, so I'm just gonna listen to some music, chop them up, and then I will be back. Okay guys, I just put a whole heck ton of chopped up cherry tomatoes in there, and then I also strained 2 cans of organic garbanzo beans, and I am just going to throw those in here. And then I'm going to mix up a homemade dressing. So whenever it comes to spices and just about everything really, I don't actually measure anything when I'm cooking. I just eyeball it based off of what I know I like. So I put way too much garlic in there because I love garlic. And then I'm doing a half cup of apple cider vinegar. I love Bragg's brand. It's organic, which is incredible, and it's just really fairly priced. And then I will do a half cup of olive oil. And then I saw a recipe for a Greek salad that included Dijon mustard, so I am also going to add that in. And I did get the organic one from Sprouts. Let's see if I can rip this off. Because I always break these Lipton peels. There we go. If you don't like mustard, you obviously don't have to add this in. I'm also going to add Clamato olives into the bowl, and I'm just gonna let some of the juice fall in there because I think it adds a really good Greek flavor. These are sliced Clamato olives. I just got the organic kind from Sprouts. And some banana peppers. I could literally just eat these out of the jar. And by could literally, I mean I do that a lot whenever I want something salty. And same thing with this, I'm letting some of the juice fall into the bowl because it's zingy and delicious. So back to the dressing, I'm going to put in some spices. I'm gonna do some onion granules. Oregano. I'm actually gonna pop this up. And parsley. Dillweed. I like dill so much that like I'll take pickles and put garlic powder and dill on them, and some black pepper. It's so good. This time isn't open. Okay. Okay, so thyme and salt, and then I'm going to whisk it together. Okay, so I'm gonna try this and make sure it's not awful before I put it all over those veggies. Now that's pretty good. Okay, so this is literally the hugest bowl. I'm just going to pour this over the top. To combine it. Okay, so I just finished mixing this all up and voila. It's this huge bowl of toppings. I can eat this by itself. I can put it on top of my hummus, or I can put it on top of a bed of greens and just enjoy it as like a really fast, I'd say gourmet salad.